Federal government raises panel to build data bank for out-of-school children. On the foreign scene, Israeli ambassador accuses Irish president of politicizing Holocaust event. And in sport, Nigeria to battle Tunisia, Uganda, Tanzania in Group C of 2025 AFCON. Now the details. Dele Agadumo. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has applauded Chairman of the Lagos State Cybersecurity Advisory Board, Fene Osakwe, for becoming the first African to be nominated for the Cyber Personality of the Year Award in the United Kingdom. The Cybersecurity Awards, established in 2014, recognizes outstanding individuals, teams, and organizations within the global cybersecurity sector. This independent event operates without affiliations to any magazines, organizations, or products, thus allowing judges to base their decisions solely on merit. The Cyber Personality of the Year Award acknowledges an individual who has exhibited exemplary leadership, advocacy, and expertise in the field of cybersecurity. It celebrates those who have established themselves as thought leaders and made substantial contributions to the industry, thereby enhancing its visibility and fostering the development of others. The Lagos State Government has urged property owners and developers to embrace its free planning information service to avoid undue challenges with planning approvals. Commissioner for Physical Planning and Urban Development, Oluyinka Olumide, made this known during a weekly briefing of senior management staff of the ministry. Oluyinka noted that urbanization and population explosion had precipitated physical planning challenges, including housing gaps and planning infractions, as property owners and developers try to exploit the gaps without doing due diligence with the ministry before buying land. He said planning information would remove doubt and assist property owners and developers to act with knowledge and confidence, as the service would adequately spell out the planning details of the land in question, such as its status, permissible uses, and approvable heights, among others. The commissioner enjoined all Lagosians to abide by planning regulations and support the development agenda of the Babajide Sanwo-Olu administration in the state for the wellness and well-being of all. General Manager of the Lagos State Materials Testing Laboratory, Olayinka Abdul, has called for the deliberate adoption of core professionals into the construction of building projects for durable structures. Abdul spoke during a 5.5-kilometer walk organized in collaboration with the Nigerian Institution of Civil Engineers, NICE, as part of advocacy against building collapse, with the theme "Say No to Building and Infrastructure Collapse. Patronize only qualified civil engineers." She emphasized that the rising challenges in the built industry reflect a critical juncture where there must be reaffirmation of the commitment and quality, as well as safety and integrity of the structures being erected. Also speaking, the national chairman of NICE, Tokunbo Ajanoku, who commended the enthusiasm exuded by participants, said NICE is committed to sustaining the advocacy and stepping it up to shaping policy and ensuring containment of the menace of building collapse. Lagos State Commissioner for Basic and Secondary Education, Jamiu Alibalogun, has implored staff and teachers of government technical colleges to empower and delegate responsibilities to subordinates for proper collaboration in discharging their responsibilities. Ali Balogun gave the advice in his keynote address delivered at the opening ceremony of the annual management retreat organized by the Lagos State Technical and Vocational Education Board, LASVEB, with the theme Technical and Vocational Training, Key to Sustainable Development, held in Lekki, Lagos. He maintained that officers must be ready to align and focus on discharging their duties, stressing that the retreat is an opportunity to review past activities and clarify new goals and objectives to prioritize actions. The The commissioner further enjoined the participants to replicate what operates internationally in Lagos State towards improving technical and vocational training. He advised the participants to brainstorm and chart a roadmap through which a new narrative could be achieved for the brighter future of technical and vocational training in the state. Ali Balogun reiterated that Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has promised to continue to support technical and vocational education because he was impressed by the turnout of graduates during the 2024 graduation. Now to the rest of the stories. The federal government has inaugurated a 25-member Nigerian Education Data Initiative to build a robust educational data bank for the country. Minister of Education Tunji Alausa, while inaugurating the committee, said the data bank, which would be centralized and harmonized, would consolidate all critical education data in the country. Alausa said the initiative was geared towards addressing the problem of out-of-school children and other educational challenges in the country. The minister explained that the databank would not merely house information but serve as a foundation for evidence-based decision-making and policy development. He added that it would also enable the prompt delivery of quality education that meets the aspirations of every Nigerian child. The committee has a time frame of the third quarter of 2025 to build the database for the educational sector. The Nigeria Customs Service Oyo Osun Area Command Controller Ben Oramalugo has decorated 95 officers and men of the command who were elevated to the next rank in the just concluded promotion exercise of the Nigeria Customs Service. The ceremony was held at the command's operational headquarters in Ibadan, the Oyo State capital. The controller congratulated the officers and men for their well-deserved promotions, charging them to uphold integrity and professionalism. Ramalugo commended the officers who came from various units and departments within the Oyo Osun Area Command, saying the decoration with their new ranks marked a significant achievement in their careers. He also urged the newly decorated officers to serve as role models for their colleagues, building their capacity as well as intellect and contributing positively to the growth and advancement of the Nigeria Customs Service. A retired military officer, Bamidele Olawumi, has faulted Adams Oshiomhole's allegation that retired military generals are behind illegal mining activities in Nigeria. Olawumi described Oshiomhole's remarks as reckless, baseless, and offensive, accusing the senator of tarnishing the reputation of retired generals who have served the nation with honor. The retired general demanded a public apology from Oshiomhole, emphasizing that his words have undermined the honor and integrity of retired officers who have devoted their lives to the service of the nation. Olawumi also warned that such comments from someone of Oshiomhole's reputation could undermine public trust in retired officers and distract from the nation's efforts to address the menace of illegal mining. It will be recalled that Oshiomhole said those involved in illegal mining are people in high places, including retired generals. The statement has since ignited widespread criticism, particularly from retired officers who feel targeted by the allegation. Now to foreign news. Israeli ambassador to Ireland, Dana Ehrlich, has accused the Irish president of politicizing a Holocaust Memorial Day commemoration in Dublin. The event marked 80 years since the liberation of the Nazis' concentration camp Auschwitz and was held to remember victims of the Holocaust. Ehrlich said comments made by President Higgins had predictably admonished the state of Israel. It follows comments from the Israeli Foreign Minister Gideon Saar, who said President Higgins had resorted to a cheap, despicable provocation during the event. Dana Ehrlich said that by referencing the war in Gaza in the manner that he did at this particular event with no reference to any other conflict, the president consciously chose to draw an analogy between current events and World War II. Ehrlich also accused President Higgins of ignoring the obvious link between the Holocaust and the State of Israel and how the country became a refuge for survivors of the worst genocide in history. Now, sport. Three-time African champions Nigeria were handed a tricky draw for the group stages of the 2025 AFCON tournament in Morocco, lining up in Group C with Tunisia as well as two of the co-hosts of the 2027 edition, Uganda and Tanzania. The draw was held in the North African country for the tournament, which will be played from December 21 to January 18, 2026. Nigeria is the most successful team in the group, having won the tournament 3 times and going for the 21st appearance in Morocco. Uganda will be competing in the 8th tournament, while Tanzania has only featured 3 times. Tunisia, the most familiar of the opponents who dumped Nigeria out of the round of 16 of the 2021 tournament in Cameroon, has won the tournament once on home soil in 2024 in the 21st appearance at the Continental Showpiece. CAF and the Moroccan Football Federation have announced 6 cities and 9 stadia that will host matches in the competition. And that ends our news at 10. Just before we go, remember to always wear your seatbelt when driving. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms: X at Traffic Radio 961, Facebook Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch your news and programs live on YouTube at Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration recruited 1,000 public secondary school teachers? Get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news, are the highlights of the major stories. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has applauded Chairman of the Lagos State Cybersecurity Advisory Board, Fene Osakwe, for becoming the first African to be nominated for the Cyber Personality of the Year Award in the United Kingdom. The federal government has inaugurated a 25-member Nigerian Education Data Initiative to build a robust educational data bank for the country. We also told you that Israeli ambassador to Ireland, Dina Ehrlich, has accused the Irish president of politicizing a Holocaust Memorial Day commemoration in Dublin. And in sport, 3-time African champions Nigeria were handed a tricky draw for the group stages of the 2025 AFCON tournament in Morocco, lining up in Group C with Tunisia as well as two of the co-hosts of the 2027 edition, Uganda and Tanzania. For contact with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That is news broadcast compiled by Kayode Mafolashiri. I am Dele Agadumo. Good morning. Thank you for listening.